I'm Jeremy Owen and welcome to Grass Trimmer Basics. Today we're going to talk about different types of grass trimmers and what they're actually used for, their component location. We're also going to talk about some of the safety requirements and safety operation. And then finally we're going to talk about starting and stopping your grass trimmer. To begin with, we're going to talk about the electric trimmer. This trimmer is actually used for very light duty work. This is for trimming around lawns and grass areas and also flower beds. Your biggest limitation is the length of your cord. And then you have the engine driven grass trimmer. This one is fairly light duty. This one has a spool head and a somewhat smaller engine, not very powerful. This is meant for handling grass that's maybe grown over a bit, maybe no more than a foot tall. This is what we call a medium duty engine driven. This has a more powerful engine and a more robust cutting head that can accommodate larger twine or attachments. This is what we consider heavy duty. This is meant for cutting down big shrubs, brush, just about anything that these blades can get through. As you can see, this actually has an actual attachment for a cutting head. Alright, let's talk about component location. We start at this end. First you have the cutting head. This is where you can put your attachments, your twine, your spools, so on and so forth. Then you have your drive shaft, and attached to your drive shaft is your debris cover. Don't ever use these without a debris cover. You have the forward carrying handle, the throttle. Here we have the fuel tank. Here you have a recoil pole starter, the choke, fuel primer, and carburetor, the air intake, and the exhaust. Let's talk about some safety concerns with this real quick. First off, whenever you're using this piece of equipment, watch out. Whenever it's running, do not reach up in this area around the cutting head. This can cut you very quickly, very easily. Additionally, especially on an engine-driven model, you got to watch out. It has a very hot exhaust, very hot engine. Another concern is gasoline. It's very flammable. With an electric-driven cutter, something you got to watch out for is there's electricity there. Watch out for wet conditions. Alright, now let's talk about some safety gear real quick. You're going to need a few little things. Eye protection. I like to use goggles. You're going to have hearing protection. Whether they be foam inserts or over-the-ear protection, it doesn't matter. You're going to want gloves, working gloves. You're going to want a long sleeve, thick shirt. You're going to want long trousers that are made of a thick material. The denim is great. And for your feet, you don't want shoes, you don't want sandals, you want nice, strong, robust boots. If they have safety caps, that's a bonus. Alright, now let's talk about starting this thing. First, make sure you have your safety gear on. So what you want to do is first you want to prime it, okay? Usually about 5 pumps on the bowl. This has an automatic choke. Some others you might actually have to move the choke lever. Then you're going to give it about 3 or 4 good pull starts. What you're going to do is with a cold engine, you don't want to run it with a cold engine. When you first start it, it'll run a little rough, but then you notice the engine speed starts to pick up all on its own. That's the choke working. When it's at a very fast idle, go ahead and take off the choke. You're ready to go. Okay, let's talk about stopping. All engine-driven trimmers are equipped with an engine interrupt switch. Usually it'll be a red switch somewhere around the engine or around the grip. What it does is when you're ready to stop the unit, just press it. Some are spring loaded, others you might have to actually push the switch over. But just really quick to illustrate. That's your grass trimmer operation. So we've covered the basic types, their functions, what they're used for, their general component location, how to easily start one, stop one. And of course, always, I'd like to say, before we leave, be safe, always first. Thank you.